sack and then threw it to Ray for a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, just trying to make the best out of the play. Definitely, it was really great to have someone like Ray that, anytime you could kind of just dump the ball off to him and a check down, he could go potentially take it to the house. So, I was just trying to make the most out of the play. Ray did a great job, and, I mean, hats off to him for sure.
Devin, was that just a shot to the ribs, knocked the wind out of you? What happened there?
Yeah, I just got the wind knocked out of me. Kind of exposed myself a little bit too much, got the wind knocked out of me, and I'm perfectly fine now.
David, I mean, you guys scored 35 points on 49 plays, but neither Mark nor Liam seemed very happy.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the way the offense played?
Yeah, I mean, you just see a lot of it on the film. We just shoot ourselves in the foot a lot, whether it's, penalties, missed assignment, execution, and, we walk away from the game, obviously we're very thankful and happy to be 3-0, but at the same time, there's so much more we could do, especially as an offense, and we pride ourselves on that. So definitely a little bit of a, bitter taste in our mouth walking away because we left so many different plays out there, but there's so much room for improvement for this team.
Is that an attention to detail thing?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's attention to detail. I think it's, making sure we understand our assignment and really just not doing too much. Just at the end of the day, doing your job, doing what you're coached to do. And it really starts with me. I think I need to do a lot better operating this offense and just at the end of the day, making sure that we practice right, making sure that we're practicing every single rep, every single day like it's a game. So we're definitely going to learn from this film, walk away, and be a better team because of it.
What does it say about your group's ceiling, your potential, though, that you're making these mistakes but still putting up quite a bit of yards and points?
Yeah, I think it says a lot, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter until we fix it. We can walk away happy from a game, but if you're going to leave points on the board, eventually, that could catch up to you in the long run. So, it's our job now. Like I said, it's good to be 3-0 with these issues or these problems, but they're fixable. It's stuff that, self-inflicted problems that, keep reoccurring that we have to take off of film and just get better at.
In practices, is it clean, or are there mistakes like we see in the games?
Yeah, I mean, it's practice at the end of the day. So there's definitely going to be mistakes. And, honestly, I will say we've been practicing really well. We've been practicing really hard. Guys come out there with good intention, but it's just making sure that carries over to the game as well. Not getting too high, not getting too low. And like I said, at the end of the day, just falling back on your training, falling back on what your coach is doing and what we do in practice. So I just think kind of having that refreshed mindset, making sure that, we just go 1-0 each and every play will definitely help us.
The tight ends got a lot more involved this week. Was that intentional, or was that just something the defense was giving you?
Kind of just flow the game, honestly. I mean, those guys, that whole room is very talented. We know that we need to, use those guys to the best of their ability. That's going to help our offense. And, yeah, I mean, it was great to see Jordan Dingle catch the ball. Great to see Josh Caddis out there, Isaiah Cummings, even Brendan Bates doing some good things for us out there. But, all those guys, each and every week, they're ready for whenever their number is called. And, it was good to see them make plays today.
Devin, you guys, there's a couple of guys in that wide receiver room seem to be struggling. Coach Mellon talked about detail. As the leader of that offense, what can you do to kind of help those guys get back on track and make sure that as you go into conference play, those connections start happening?
Yeah, I think, first it starts with the film study for sure. I think guys have to be in here tomorrow, whether it's tomorrow or Monday, and understanding what we need to take off of film, what we can't keep putting on the film, or the same mistakes can't keep reoccurring. And I think it all just starts, just doing something different every single day. You can't just complain about something or expect something to get better without doing anything. I think as an offense, we have to take a whole and, take it upon ourselves to make sure that we're doing extra things, making sure whether that's extra routes after practice, extra concepts, extra film, just something that we can do to all be better.
One of your strengths is keeping plays alive. How difficult, what's the secret to when guys grabbing at your feet, laying at your feet, to not panic and still be able to find your receiver downfield?
Yeah, I think, the biggest thing that I always just try to do is just see through the rush. Whether I'm dropping in a regular drop back or there is, a certain type of pressure coming in, making sure I'm still seeing through the rush down the field of my receivers. Because the minute, you look at the rush or you look at what's in front of you, you kind of, screw yourself over a little bit because all your targets are down the field. So I just try to, see through the rush, continue to, live every play to the fullest ability that I can, and just really just giving my all every single play.
You you hadn't played in a game since I think you got hurt October 8th last year.
Yes, sir.
How close are you to being where you want to be right now?
Yeah, I mean,
From a physical, technique, all that stuff. How far away are you from being where you want to be right now?
yeah, I mean, physically, I feel great. I feel 100%. Throwing the ball, I feel back to normal and everything. It's good to get game reps now being, game 3 since October of last year. And, at times there's certain throws where, like the seam route I threw to Tavion today, that's how I want to play football. That's how I want to approach every single snap, making sure I give our guys an opportunity. And I just think it comes with game reps at the end of the day. I think each and every week, as long as I, prepare and practice and treat practice like every day is a game, I will continue to just get into that flow state of playing football and just doing what I do best. So just think it comes with time, but I definitely feel 100% right now.
You say you're your own worst critic.
Yeah.
At what point does that become detrimental? I want you to say something good about yourself.
Yeah. I mean, my parents have always raised me that you should never get too high, never get too low, and never really be satisfied because somewhere out there someone is working harder than you. And, I always had that mindset. That's always something that I want to bring to this team, to this offense, that, yeah, we're walking away from this game 3-0, but you turn on the film, there's so much more of what we could do. There's so many mistakes that if we overcome and just, like I said, don't shoot ourselves in the foot, how much better can we feel walking off the field? And when we do feel better, there's still room for improvement. And that, I just think that's the constant, mentality I want to take on of, every single day, just making sure that never be satisfied.
We knew you were a 1,000-yard running back. What about the pass catching ability?
Man, just Coach Cohen believing in me to be a pass catcher out the backfield. My running back coach believing in me, just give me the ability to be multi-dimensional, not just being a runner, just being able to catch the ball, block for my quarterback, and just yards after catch. Do what I got to do to put us in positions to win. And if that's running or catching the ball, that's what it's got to be.
Is that a conversation? I'm sorry. Is that a conversation y'all had when you got here?
No, I mean, me and Dev talked about it a lot. I think, I wouldn't be here if they didn't know the type of player I was. I think they knew that I can catch. They knew I could do some things out the backfield. I kind of showed that throughout my career. Just them believing in me and just putting plays in to give me the ball, throwing it wise.
That play was wild. Did you think the other side of the field was going to open up when you cut back?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the whole flow of the defense. I saw them kind of over pursuing. Once I cut back, I saw Tavion kind of giving me his hand, so I knew that the whole outside was free, and it was about just him picking up that last straggler. And then, with our strength coach is kind of teaching us high knees and driving, not breaking stride and just staying through the whole time. So I was just about trying to get to the end zone, not focusing on if somebody was trailing me or not.
How do you follow up, Devin, when he's scrambling like that, just to try to get open for him? The way he extended that play, what did that do for you in terms of just trying to get there, just so you get the ball to him?
For sure. I mean, me and Dev talked about that. We talked about it actually the first day we moved in. We sat in my car and we always just talking about, hey, if there's some little plays that breaks down, just try to be somewhere in that void where I can just get it to you. We showed that kind of in week 1 when I had the cut block, got back up, and he found me, and that kind of showed today. He was able to evade a sack, and he was able to make some things happen and be dimensional in what he could do, and he was able to find me, and it was about just doing what I can do after the play.
What were you supposed to be doing on that play?
Blocking, which I did. I blocked, and then I thought he had got sacked, so I turned around, and I saw that he was able to get out of it, so I was able to catch it.
Where do these plays rank in your personal file of, oh my gosh?
I mean, that one's definitely up there. I would have to say 2019, if somebody does find it in the archives, bowl game, I took a screen about 50 yards and cut it all the way backfield. So that was definitely a highlight of my career, but I think that one might trump over that one for sure.
What are your emotions going to be like this week going back to that?
Hey, this game is not Ray Davis versus Vanderbilt. It's Kentucky football versus Vanderbilt football. That's all that matters. When the last whistle, I think that my emotions have come out, but I can't go in there thinking that I'm going to just be this rah-rah guy and it's all about me. I mean, that's never good. It's about just going there and trying to get the W and do what I can for the team, whether that's running the ball, whether that's catching, or whether that's blocking. It's about just going out there and getting the W. And after the game, whether we win or lose, I think then my emotions will show.
Was it on your mind when you transferred that you knew you have to play those guys that you're so close with?
No, I mean, when I went into the portal, I had a lot of options. I was looking at going to a lot of different places that can best put me in the best position to win and be successful. When I eventually committed to Kentucky and I saw on the schedule, I definitely had it marked for sure. But I only time I really looked at it was this upcoming weekend.
Make sure I heard you right. You said you and Devin were sitting in your car talking about
your
car or his car?
Yeah, my car. We're sitting in my car and we was just talking about, hey, if there's any little things, pocket breaks down, just be there. And I told him I'd be there for him.
How long have you all been on campus?
We moved in January, something like that. So I think that was our January, and now it kind of showed during the season.
Ray, not only you, but all the backs in the game running the football. What was working for you all in the run game with the backs?
Our coach kind of just preached about getting vertical. Senior reason getting vertical. Unfortunately, I had some runs last week where I didn't get vertical. I called some holding calls, so we were just preaching that. Get vertical, get the tough yards that you need to. Eventually, something big will break, and you saw that I was able to break it. You saw Demi. Demi had a really good couple runs that ended up getting him the touchdown. So it's about just being confident and staying poised.
When you broke free on that long where you cut back after you said, does that feel like it's going by really quickly, or does it feel like it's dragging on forever? Getting to the end zone?
Shout out to my guys, DeKel and AB. Those guys are blocking downfield, 20 yards downfield. They stayed on their blocks, and they were the reason why I scored. If those guys didn't block, I don't think I would have made it all the way through. But in the game, things are going fast. You just got to make cuts and make them sharp, and you got to live with it. Whether it's a bad cut or it's a good cut, as long as you stay in vertical, you're getting positive yards. That's all that matters.
Unsportsmanlike for that.
I had to. I had to show off my athleticism a little bit. I did a little gymnastics back in the day, so I got a couple somersaults in me.
Ray, do you feel any more pressure in your role here at Kentucky?
Do you and Devin practice the end of first half touchdown play all the time, or how's that work?
Nah, but it was just a play where he found me through the seam. It was the cover 3, and he was looking at the seams, and he came my way, and I made a play.
How big was it, though, when you all had some mistakes, kind of par for the course, but to be able to kind of overcome and deliver a score before halftime?
It's good. It just shows how good this offense could be. Like the little mistakes and the self-inflicted wounds we got to clean up. And the way we play in the second half, we always got to start like that in the first, going in these next few weeks.
You all did start the game with a touchdown drive, though. Did it feel like you could finally kind of breathe out, exhale a little bit?
A little bit. I know the first game or second game we didn't score in that first drive, but scoring this drive, I feel like it got us going a little bit, a little momentum, a little confidence. And I think we played well at the times throughout the game.
Devin, he had like 5 guys hit him on that touchdown to Ray. Did you know he had that in him?
I didn't even see the play. So after I ran my route, I'm looking at the side because I thought he was sacked. And I look up and I see Ray cutting across the field. But that's just him being a playmaker, making plays with his feet, extending plays, and always looking to throw the ball. So Ray was ready and he made a play.
After a big game last week, you had another great game tonight. Was your confidence just really high after last weekend and tonight, or?
Say our confidence is high every week. Just making sure I do my job, run my routes, get open, and make the catch when the ball comes my way.
What kind of things has Ray shown in practice, as a pass catcher that opened up those opportunities for him tonight?
He's elite. He's a great runner, and he's a great pass catcher at the backfield, and that's dynamic at his position because most guys can't catch like him out the backfield, but he's special. I think everybody saw it tonight, and I think he's going to do it every week.
You feel like in terms of the offense in which you were running, it was just a matter of time for him to be involved that way?
I wouldn't say a matter of time, man. He's caught a lot of passes throughout training camp, throughout the summer, and I think Coach Cohen took notice of that, and we tried to get the ball in his hands.
One of the mistakes of the night too, you had the muff punt. What kind of happened there, and then how do you move forward and not let that?
Short memory. You make mistakes, can't let them carry over into next week's next series of play. But us miscommunication between me and my teammate. Should have fair called it, but you learn from it. Watch it on film. Won't let it happen again.
Is that one of those things though? Like, are you all still in the getting over it, or are you all getting a little just like, all right, come on, let's stop doing the silly stuff?
I think everybody's at the point where we want to stop making little mistakes. We want to execute as well as possible, go score many points, and just play a clean game all the way around. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. We won this one tonight.
Not to denigrate this team, but are you excited though to finally have an SEC team on the schedule next week?
I guess it's exciting. I'm excited whoever we play. It doesn't matter. The goal is to go 1-0 and execute and beat the guy in front of us, regardless of the jersey.
You seem to be settling in and you get a chance to show what you can really do. How comfortable you feel about it? How you feel about that?
I feel good. I kind of knew that when I chose to come to Kentucky and play for Coach Cohen. The way he uses his receivers, the way he uses his playmakers, he lets them ball. And I think we all trust him. We all trust the game plan he has, and we look forward to making a lot more plays down the road.
So at the end there, you guys started running a little bit of no huddle. Is that something you guys want to do more often in the future?
I would assume so. We do have a no-huddle offense, so like a 2-minute tempo offense, and it's more so to kind of not let the defense get set or change it to a different package. But I think we did do it a lot more tonight, and I think he plans on using it more often.
I can do all I can, but I think I got a little too hungry and should have just went down. But I'm so glad and blessed that the team still believed in me and gave me another opportunity to keep going.
You got a double dose of Merrill and then Stoops.
Yep.
What'd they say to you?
Merrill wasn't too bad. He knows the player I am, knows the type of player I am, both of them, honestly, and just trusted me to not let it happen again. So I thank them for that and not rip me off so bad.
So did they punch it out? Is that what happened?
Yeah, ripped it out. I had some people on me. I should have just went down, but
They took it.
Oh no, I had it tucked, but
just ripped it out.
yeah, had a little focus on some different bodies, but should have, like I said, should have just went down. Just been a little less patient. More patient and waited for the next play.
Ends don't look big, didn't it?
Sure did.
What does it say though is that the same play that Devin went right back to, just a couple plays later?
Basically, yeah, but just out of different formation. But yes, sir. And trust me to do it again. They went showing me, building my confidence right back up, showing me that they trusted me to make the play again, and I did, and held on to the ball that time.
Y'all only had 2 catches as a group coming into this week, but Caddis got in the end zone. You got quite a few passes. So how did it feel just to get the tight ends more involved in the offense?
Honestly, felt super good. I know the talent we have in that room, and even more guys can show what they can do, and just excited to show what we can do in the future. But try to be patient and know that we got a lot of playmakers, so it's got to be patient and wait our time. And we love to block. So,
Jordan, because there are so many playmakers, how frustrating is it, the mistakes and it's sort of keeping you guys from really showing what as an offense what y'all can do?
It's not really frustrating. It's frustrating the little details, locking in on the details. That's what I would say, but. Just with all the playmakers we have, the sky's the limit, and just can't wait to see what the future holds, honestly, once we get all those things cleaned up.
Brad, you guys got home quite a bit today, and you've been talking a lot about third down defense. It showed up.
Yeah, I thought they did better. They played with an edge, and we talked about last week about an intelligence, an FBI, and they were calling out routes. They were understanding what they were about to get. So I was pleased with their performance. I was really pleased with the, at the fumble off the punt return off the muff punt. The rise up to force a field goal that ended up missing it. That's the kind of adversity that I want them to feel and accept and rise up in that challenge. And so I'm proud of them today, really proud of them.
Maxwell seemed like he was really flying around on the football field. What did you like from him?
Yeah, I think he's starting to get comfortable. He's feeling the game, and that's what happens. You just have to get reps. You have to get play time, and we knew that would happen. I thought Drew played well, at corner, and we'll have to see on the film. I thought he was in great position to make that pick, and I thought maybe the receiver got to him a little bit early, but maybe it was clean. But he was in great position, got the pass breakup, and so I think both those corners are really settling in. And I thought the other corners, when they got in, they did a nice job. We knew they were going to sort of nickel and dime us a little bit out to the field, and you know, we had answers if we needed it. But the big thing is I don't think no one ever panicked, and when we got them to third down, we got off.
You get Hardaway and Dunn.
Yeah, it was great to get those guys. It's great to get in Jordan Robinson, you know, same. So to get all 5 of those guys in, and you know, even got Nasir there on the last drive, you know, that's I think the future is really bright out of that out of the corner position, and you know, it's just going to make those guys better. It's going to increase the competition, and you know, it's going to help our defense.
Brad, how do you think Tyrese played? He had that PBU down the field and made some couple big hits.
Yeah, you know, he plays with so much emotion and energy, and sometimes like you have to calm it down a little bit and just you know, just breathe, play. But I love that about him. Like, I love that it means something to him. He takes the game very seriously. He wants to do well. He wants to do well for himself, you know, for his teammates. And I thought he made some good plays. And you know, I think there are things to clean up. You know, same with Noah Matthews. I thought you know, it was good to get him, you know, some quality reps and some meaningful time. And you know, it's good that, you know, Keaton got a sack today, and you know, I know he had one last year, but it's good to get going this year. And so I think, again, a lot of positives. I thought the front played well. I thought, you know, they kept pulling out the Mike linebackers, so there probably wasn't a ton for D-Jack to do. I know he was probably a little frustrated just for the fact that there wasn't much, you know, to do, and we tried to get that sort of adjusted to where we could keep him as a box oriented a little bit. But sometimes that's just the way it happens. Sometimes the game plan they set up. I thought Jordan Lovett and the safeties did a nice job, you know, having to insert, you know, in the run game. You know, I thought the QB did a nice job. That was really the main thing in the first half that hurt us, right? Either the QB scramble or just the QB run. So overall, I thought it was a solid, really, really solid performance by the guys and the coaching staff.
Thanks,